Welcome back to another season of Island Cup Racing. This year, we're going to add a couple XC course previews in just to show you what XC is all about. My name is Marin, and I'm here for the Island Cup series to show you the course for the 2024 Hartland cross-country race. Now, I only race enduro, so I don't have a cross-country bike, so I had to steal my commuter bike for today. Is it going to be the better option? I'm not sure, but it should be pretty fun. The XC races always start with a hole shot, which basically that means is everyone lines up, filtering where you think you might fit in the pack, and we wait for Scott to start the race. He'll blow the blowhorn, and then it's a mad dash up the first hill and around the corner, elbows out, trying to get as many spots as you can right out of the gate. I will not be hole shotting today because so about here is where your legs are going to be burning, but you're not done yet. You still have another steep climb to get to finish the hole shot. Try and make this corner nice and tight. Cut people off if you need to. I'm gonna dump into my third smallest gear, or actually my granny gear. You might not think about it, but there's big line choices to be made here. You're gonna really have to box out to get the most efficient route. This is gonna get so chewed up after the first couple races. By now you should be max heart rate. Hello. See, this bike is awesome. So smooth. About as smooth as you can get for a fully rigid 26-inch bike. Probably get away with less tire pressure, but I didn't bring my pump with me. I don't really want to risk a flat. After that straight flat section, we have another climb. That I have to hammer up because I'm not confident I could have shifted in time to get in the right gear. There's too many gears. 3 in the front, 8 in the back. I don't know what I'm doing. Taking it right here. This is where you really want to jockey for position. What makes the whole shot so important is you might get a bottleneck into the first piece of single track. But we're still climbing because it's cross country and you climb fast in cross country. Whew. Beautiful day today. I'm in t-shirt because it's finally feeling like spring. And if you had any doubt about signing up for this race, it's supposed to get warmer this weekend. It's supposed to get warmer this weekend. So if you're stuck up north in the snow, you should seriously consider coming over here where it's warm and almost dry. I mean, all these mud puddles will be dry by the weekend. At the top of the first climb on course. Yes, the downhill. This is where the Firebird really shines. Or sorry, Fire Mountain. Still enduro on my mind. For those of you who are riding 3 rings in the front like me, I would maybe stay in the middle ring for that descent there. No need to pop into the biggest one yet because you have a little bit of flat here. You want to stay on top of your gears. Nice. A little bit more descending to go here. We're going to take a hard right into this little connector. Into a left. Now, steep little tech climb right here. Take some time to look at the lines. I'm gonna go straight up the middle. I don't know if I'll do it. Not right now. This is where you run. Yeah, like that. A little bit more tech. Flat XC. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. That's slippery. Looks like there's a straight line right to the middle if you have the lungs for it, or if you don't, or if you're on a rig like me, outside line will save your legs. Keep your momentum up. Oh, these rocks are slippery. Yes. Oh, I'm glad they filled that hole in. We're back on the power. Whoa. Punch up the rock. Not like I just did. Another quick rock punch. This course isn't overly technical in the sense that there's nothing that is too challenging to ride over, but everything that you ride over takes a lot of energy, a lot of mental energy, I guess you could say. Uh-oh. Okay, let's try this. So, you have to be on it the whole lap. Otherwise, you might make a mistake, come to a stop, come to a bobble, and people will pass you that's okay. This is a good spot to put some power down. There are very few spots where you can really hammer on the pedals because it is a bit rough of a course. Grab a sip of water if you need to, eat a gel, because we have a little bit more descending to do before we get into the next flat section. Uh-oh. Nice. Into the corral here. We're gonna take a right. We've been here before. You're gonna see it many times. I recommend just hammering up that rock. I didn't have the momentum today. If you can hear, but I'm working right now. You can go up and over on the left there. I'm not sure how it's gonna be flagged. We'll let Scotty decide that. But straight up and over is the most direct route. Probably saves you some time. Or if you want the easier route, take the right where I went, and we'll get onto Julie's way out. Now, in true 90s mountain bike form, my seat is all the way up for optimal pedaling, but I injured my ankle, so I'm not riding flat pedals, or I'm not riding clips today, which a high seat on a fully rigid bike with skate shoes is a recipe for blowing off the bike, but something I'm willing to risk to get you the course preview that you need. You can do a hard right turn up this monstrosity of a climb. Short hill, take a left on the ruffles. But yeah, flat pedals today. Not the best idea, but technically shouldn't be mountain biking. Although I did tell Brian from Parkway Physio, you guys all know Brian from the Masters Enduro Podium. I told him that I would only ride my gravel bike, and this is my gravel bike. I just didn't tell him where I was going to ride my gravel bike. This is a tech spot. I don't know. Oh man, should I give it a go? Yeah. Oh, yeah, that went just about as expected. Seat up is the hardest part of all this, because you can't get out of the way of the seat. So we'll see how this is flagged. You can do a practice lap early to see how it's flagged, but might pop you through the middle there or up and around. We'll see. Up over this big rock. I'm gonna use my ankle as an excuse to not be running right now. And back on. You know, we're trying to get more people to join the XC races because it's such a great way to try doing mountain bike races or events or join the mountain bike community on Vancouver Island, but most people only have one bike, which is enduro bike, a trail bike, cross-country bike, a 90s mountain bike like me. So I'm here riding this just to show you it doesn't really matter what you have to ride, as long as you have the willingness to ride and suffer, I guess, too, because it is cross-country racing. But there is food afterwards, so there's that. Taking a right here, a left, opportunity to pass there if you really feel the need to, over the bridge, and up to one of my favorite beginner loops in the Hartland network. So a little bit of a small grade uphill into single track uphill. This is a great place to put power down and try and gain a position or two. It's just wide enough to get two, if you're bold, 3 bikes across. And then if you're like my buddy Mohan, you get up front here on the single track and just park the anchor, dictate the pace.
Couple more behind me. Oh, sorry, man. Hey,
I'm not here. No.
strategic tasting.
Exactly. I'll see you on Monday. I just got caught by Brian riding my mountain bike when I shouldn't be. But it's all good. He said it's okay, as long as I don't case anything. But I think on this bike I should be fine. This is can be a bit of a slippery hill sometimes when it's wet, but it should be quite dry come race day. Great spot to separate you from whoever's behind you. Ooh, the green is extra nice today. Extra green, just like me in XC racing. Checking the map. Nice. On to Daryl's Dive. Don't be afraid of the Black Diamond. It's a little bit more tame than you think. There are some optional rides you can do that are quite gnarly, but on this course, I'll take the easiest routes. Okay. I swear I'm a professional. Or was, at least. Taking a left onto the rock. We're not on it if you're like me today. I'm gonna find the smooth line right now with a little rock wall. Nice. See, I'm so used to having slack geometry, which basically allows me to brake really hard with my front wheel without feeling like I'm pitching over the front of the bike. But every time I try and slow down aggressively, the brakes bite and I I want to flip over the front, and with the seat up I can't get low on my bike, so I start riding with my butt back, which is kind of bad technique, but sometimes you just have to do what you have to do to get through. Also, sometimes you just have to let the bike ride. Ooh, yeah, that's a no for today. Lots of options. You'll see it, you'll figure it out, or you won't. It is what it is. Nice. On to one more descent here on end trails. Inside line there's a bit quicker, a bit rougher. This is some rough berms. Don't be deceived. These corners can take you out because they're a bit tight. Love to see someone pass somebody on the inside, just like that. Put out, drifting, pushing the person to the outside, safely of course. Nice. Okay, this part is properly technical here. I will have to, oh, we'll see. Let's just go slow, I guess. Yes, just like that. That's how you do it. Left line, right line, they go to the same spot. If you feel so bold, you can hammer up the rock. Maybe pass the blade that way. If you hear me bracing, it's because it actually takes my whole body in maximal core and glute engagement to keep myself adhered to this steed. One relaxed bump and I'm gone. Once you get to this little bridge, make sure there's only one person on the bridge at once and you'll try to pass there. That'd be a bad time. The spot is super tight. If you like my buddy Mahan, you just park right there for a second, make the people behind you bobble, make them put a foot down, and then you go. You power out. Now you just gained yourself 5-10 seconds from the person behind you. And you can either hammer up this hill, or what would be the best tactic is to take it at a medium pace up this hill, just so you could hear them behind you. They're going to be sprinting up the hill to try and get back to you. They're going to burn a couple matches, spend a bunch of energy, and once they've crested the hill, you go. Right here, you go. And you put the power down, forcing them to go all out for twice as long as they originally intended and burning out. That is the way, or so I've been told. I'm just an enduro guy. Whoa. Jump over the log. If you want a couple seconds on your buddy, show everyone how cool you are, how many tricks you can do. You know, we might be coming up there too. I don't actually know. I might have messed this up. But either way, you'll get here. This is part of the course. The other way is just double track road. So a little bit more opportunity. Put the power down, eat some food, drink some water, however you're feeling at that point in time. Oh dear. This part can be a bit dicey. Well, it's fine. It's just dicey for me today. Here we go. Here we go. Yes. Right up here. Left on this road. We'll join shock treatment somewhere else. Right before the top of that little hill there, we're gonna turn left. And then it's a bit tight. Oh, I shouldn't have shifted so many gears. Don't fail me, 8-speed. Boom. On a different part of shock treatment. This will be wet, probably, unless everyone rides through it. So I guess it's still spring here. And there's mud on the trails. Would you believe me if I told you it snowed a couple days ago? Well, maybe more like last week. Out of everything I've ridden today, the bridges are the slowest thing, or make this bike feel slow. Crazy. Rock ride. Well, if you haven't figured it out by now, there is a mute button on the bottom of the play bar if my talking is annoying. I'm just trying to entertain those who need to be entertained, which is me. Whoa, just trying to entertain myself. Oh. Quick punch up here, power. Oh. Or wheel spin, that works too. Almost out of the last trail section before hitting some road. Wow! My spine hurts. Nice. Left onto the road. Parking lot is just up ahead there. Now this is probably the only spot where you can properly drink water, eat some food, do whatever you need to do. It's a good spot to pass somebody if you've been waiting on their wheel for a while, but it's still a climb. It's not the smoothest climb. It's not easy. My back is actually hurting. Can't hinge when I'm riding downhill. Can't use the glutes. It's all back muscles holding me together. Nice. long road section. See, Scotty wasn't too diabolical in planning out this course. Could have pushed us up here, fun trail to ride, but it's nice to get a break from all the bumps. That said, we have a little bit of a chunky descent here. Uphill. Yeah. And the finish line will be here if you're doing one lap. If you're doing more than one lap, then you're gonna take this left turn, continue climbing, and you're not gonna do the same hill as the whole shot. You're gonna turn right and then right up Skull Trail and continue from there. So that's it for the course preview. If you enjoyed this, please leave a like. Also, comment if you want to see me do more XC course previews on this bike or any other bike. If you haven't done an XC race, come check it out. It's quite a bit of fun and probably the easiest way to get into mountain bike racing and events. It's a great community. There's races all over the island. You can check out the Island Cup series to find out more of which events we have. Come out for a lap, 2 or 3, depending on which category you're in, and just have fun. Everyone's out here to have fun and suffer a little bit and eat some food at the end. So I'll see you this weekend. Have fun.